Nervous system. Nervous system is the regulatory system of the body. Comprising of the brain, spinal cord and nerves, it controls the functioning of all other body systems. It is also responsible for memory, thoughts and consciousness. Brain. Brain is the seat of intelligence in human body. Being a delicate organ, it is enclosed within the skull. The bones of the skull are firmly joined together to protect brain from any shock or injuries. Brain is responsible for the regulation of body temperature, blood pressure, and working of internal organs. It is divided into three major parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. Cerebrum. Cerebrum makes up over 85% of the brain. It is responsible for thoughts, learning, memory, and regulates voluntary actions. Cerebellum. Located just below the cerebrum, cerebellum is much smaller in size. It governs our body balance, movement, and muscle coordination. Medulla. Medulla is situated beneath the cerebrum in front of the cerebrum. It connects the brain with the spinal cord and controls involuntary actions like breathing, digestion, and blood circulation. Spinal cord. Spinal cord is a collection of nerves which emerges from the base of the brain and runs along the length of the backbone. It is encased within the vertebral column and serves as a connecting link between the brain and the rest of the nerves in the body. It regulates certain involuntary actions which do not involve brain. They are called reflex actions. Nerves. Nerves are a bundle of fibers made up of nerve cells. They run across the body, forming a network and transfer information between the nervous system and the rest of the body. Nerves are of three types. Sensory nerves. Sensory nerves carry signals from brain to the sense organs to the brain or spinal cord. Motor nerves. The nerves carrying signals from brain or spinal cord to other parts of the body is known as motor nerves. Reflex action. The instantaneous response generated as an effect to a stimulus is called a reflex action. They are involuntary in nature and are not regulated by the brain. Stimulus is any external disturbance which induces a body response. For example, if you accidentally prick your finger with a nail, your hand will jerk away on its own. Here, pricking of finger is the stimulus. Jerking away of hand is the response, and the whole event is called reflex action. Types of action. All the actions performed by our body can be categorized into two types. Voluntary actions. The actions we perform at our own will are called voluntary actions. Taking an example of clapping and running. Involuntary actions. The actions we perform without our own will are called involuntary actions. For example, sneezing and beating of place after the heading. Sense organs. Our body has sense organs to enable us to perceive the world around us. They are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Eyes. Eyes are the organs that perceive light and create the sensation of vision. Eyeballs are located in the sockets of skull and are protected by flap-like eyelids. The eyelashes at the end of the eyelids prevent the entry of dust particles into the eyes. The pupil receives the light rays and transmits the signals to the brain. The iris is the colored part of the eye that surrounds pupil. Cornea is the transparent protective membrane covering the exposed part of the eye. Ears. Ears are the organs which perceive sound and create the sensation of hearing. They are present at either side of the head. An ear is divided into outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Middle ear has the eardrum, which vibrates on receiving the sound. It transmits these vibrations to the inner ear, from where they reach the brain via nerves. Nose. Nose is the organ which detects smells of different kinds. It also helps in breathing. The inner wall of the nose is lined with fine hair and mucus to prevent the entry of dust particles inside the respiratory tract. Tongue. Tongue is a muscular organ present in the mouth. It perceives taste. It has taste buds on the surface to identify 4 different types of tastes: sweet, sour, bitter, and salty. The tongue also helps in speech and swallowing. Skin. The outermost layer of our body is called skin. It generates the sensation of touch and helps us to identify heat, cold, pain, and pressure. The nerves underlying the skin receive signals and convey them to the brain.